Hello everyone, and welcome to today's English listening practice. Today, you will listen to a story. Try to relax, listen carefully, and understand the meaning. You do not need to understand every word. Just focus on the story. Let's begin.
Michael was an ordinary office worker who lived in a small apartment in the city. Every day, his life followed the same routine. He woke up at 7 in the morning, made a cup of coffee, and quickly got ready for work. After leaving his apartment, he walked to the subway station. The station was always crowded with people rushing to their jobs. Everyone seemed busy, tired, and focused on their phones. Michael worked at a marketing company. His job was stable, but it was not very exciting. He spent most of his day sitting at a desk, answering emails, attending meetings, and looking at numbers on a computer screen. Sometimes he wondered if this was the life he really wanted. But like many people, he continued following the same routine every day. One Tuesday morning, something unusual happened. Michael woke up a little earlier than usual. The sun was shining through his window and the weather looked beautiful outside. For some reason, he felt different that morning. Instead of rushing to work, he decided to take a short walk in the park near his apartment. He had not visited that park in many years. When he arrived, he noticed how peaceful the place was. Birds were singing, the trees were moving gently in the wind, and a few people were jogging or walking their dogs. Michael sat on a bench and watched the world around him. After a few minutes, an elderly man sat next to him. The man smiled warmly and said, "Beautiful morning, isn't it?" Michael nodded. "Yes, it really is." The old man seemed friendly, so they started talking. They talked about the weather, the city, and daily life. After a while, the old man asked Michael an interesting question. He said, "Are you happy with your life?" Michael was surprised by the question. He did not know how to answer immediately. Finally, he said, "I think so. My life is normal. I have a job, I have a place to live, and everything is stable." The old man smiled but did not say anything for a moment. Then he said, "Sometimes normal and happy are not the same thing." Those words stayed in Michael's mind. Before leaving, the old man said something else that Michael would never forget. He said, "Life moves very quickly. One day you wake up and realize many years have passed. If there is something you truly want to do not wait too long." After that, the man stood up, waved goodbye, and slowly walked away. Michael sat on the bench thinking about those words. For the rest of the day, he could not stop thinking. At work, while he was answering emails and attending meetings, his mind kept returning to the conversation in the park. Was he truly happy, or was he simply comfortable? That evening, when he returned home, Michael opened an old box in his closet. Inside the box were notebooks, drawings, and photographs from his younger years. When he was younger, Michael loved photography. He used to walk around the city with his camera, capturing small moments of life. People talking in cafes, children playing in parks, and beautiful sunsets over the buildings. Photography made him feel alive. But when he started his office job, he slowly stopped taking pictures. Life became busy, responsibilities increased. His dreams slowly moved to the background. Looking at those old photos brought back many memories. Michael realized something important. He had stopped doing the things that made him happy. That night, he made a small decision. It was not a big, dramatic decision. He did not quit his job. He did not make any sudden changes. Instead, he simply picked up his old camera. The next morning, before going to work, Michael went outside and took a few photos of the city waking up. A woman opening her small bakery, a man reading a newspaper at a cafe, sunlight shining through tall buildings. These small moments made him feel excited again. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. Michael continued working at his job, but he also spent more time doing what he loved. He took photos in the morning, in the evening, and on weekends. Slowly, something interesting happened. People began noticing his photographs online. Friends shared them, strangers left positive comments. Some people even asked if they could buy prints of his photos. Michael realized that passion has power. Years later, Michael would look back and remember that simple conversation in the park. A short conversation, a simple question. Are you happy with your life? Sometimes a single moment can change the direction of your life. All it takes is one question and the courage to listen to your own answer.